Hello. So these are timpani. There's 4 drums, I think there's sometimes 5, but 4 drums in this arc in a way that you can stand in the middle and hit all 4 drums, even the farthest ones away by reaching to both sides. So the first thing I'll teach you how to do is how to hold the sticks. So you're going to hold them in the match grip. There's no traditional grip stuff going on with the timpani, and you actually don't even roll the mallets because it really muffles the sound. But a way to find out where to hold it exactly is to find the fulcrum, and to do that you can bounce the stick on a drum head, and you want to find the perfect balance of where it's bouncing the most it possibly can. If you hold it too far back, it's just going to fall and then die. If you hold it too far forward, it's going to bounce too much and it's not going to want to fall back forward. So the fulcrum is that perfect balance in between where you drop it and it bounces for as long as possible. So you can try and find the fulcrum. And then the other stick. And that looks good to me. So that's your grip like that, and then you're going to be match grip with your palms down whenever you're hitting a drum. The next thing we'll do is have you actually tune the timpani. So you have these pedals down here, and these pedals are what actually tighten or loosen the drum heads. So this first drum here is going to be tuned to E, and you can tell by this little gauge here what the drum is actually tuned to. So go ahead and hit the biggest drum first, and that's an E. And we're going to tune the drums in fourths. So a really easy way to know the interval of a fourth is by singing "Here Comes the Bride," because that first interval, "Here comes," is a fourth. So you can hit the E, the lowest drum right there, and so that's, hit it again, here, and so you need to hit "Comes the Bride" on this next drum. So go ahead and hit the E, and now using that foot pedal, you push down to tension it, or you push up or you're going to put the pedal down to tighten it, or bring the pedal up to loosen it. And the way you do that with this mechanism is if you tilt your heel back, it's going to let you push it down and not release. But if you tilt your foot forward, it will release it and allow you to raise the pedal. So right now you're going to hit the E again and look for the fourth up. Now let go of the pedal. Now try it. And that sounds like "Here Comes the Bride" to me. And that you can tell that you hit a fourth because the gauge here is set to A. So E to A is a perfect fourth. So now we'll do the next 2 drums. You're going from A, and the fourth from A is D. So you know what note you're going to go for, but make sure you can also hear it in the drum. So hit this drum here. This last drum here, you're going from D, and a fourth from D is going to be G. But hit the drums first. Make sure it stays still, so you gotta tilt your heel back to lock the pedal again. And good, so you had all the drums tuned, so now go ahead and hit them all around. And that's what perfect fourth sounds like in order. So now the next thing I'll teach you how to do is how to dampen a drum once you've hit it. So go ahead and hit this 3rd drum right here, and you're going to let it ring out, the 2nd drum here, and you're going to just hit it and let it ring. So that's going to last, it's still going. It lasts like maybe 10 seconds if you don't do anything about it. So what you could do is, if you need to hit a staccato note, or you need to have the timpani not covering anything else up in the orchestra, is you dampen it. So there's many ways to do this, but the one I will teach you is dampening with the same hand, so that you can keep playing stuff with your other hand. You don't need to bring both hands to one drum. So go ahead and hit it and let it ring with your left hand again. Make sure to palm down when you're hitting the drums. So go ahead and hit it. And what you're going to do is, after you've hit it with your left hand, with the same hand, you're still holding the stick with your pointer and thumb, but your other 3 fingers are just gonna press into the drum near the middle. It doesn't have to be right in the middle because it's gonna be really awkward to move your hand from where you're hitting all the way to the middle. But kind of near where your stick is hitting, you're just gonna gently press into the drum to make the vibration stop. So go ahead. And the only thing is you wanna do it gently so that you don't hear of your fingers hitting the drum. So try again. And that was good. Just when you're pressing, make sure you gently put them on so you can't hear your fingers, but make sure to press in hard enough so that it stops the sound as soon as you can, because if you put them on too gently, it's not actually going to stop the vibration. So you want to be gentle so that you don't hear your hands, but then firm so that the sound actually stops. So try again. And that was really good. So now try it on this drum. Same thing, just with your right hand. I would put your hand a little farther up towards where you were hitting it. That was good. Now just try it again without the finger sound. And that was good. All right. Okay, and now I'll teach you the different types of strokes you can do on the timpani. So there's a lot of different ways you can hit the timpani because it's a tonal instrument. Because you can actually tune them and they ring out for so long. The different ways you hit the drum will actually affect the sound. So the kind of most basic and most played way on the timpani is going to be with a kind of outward stroke. It's kind of like you're pulling the sound out of the timpani. So your hand is going to hit it, but then just kind of go forward. Instead of just hitting and stopping, which is going to dampen the sound with the mallet, or hitting it real quick and hard, you just kind of want to, with a medium strength, kind of hit it and let it ring out. And remember that when you're hitting these drums, you never hit it in the middle. Go ahead and try to hit a drum right on that line in the middle. It kind of kills the sound. There's almost no tone at all because that's not how these drums are played. They're meant to be played kind of a halfway point between the line and the rim of the drum. So go ahead and hit it right in the middle between the line. Yeah, so that's where you're going to hit the drum on all of these drums. That's where you're aiming. And so go ahead and let's go left to right. Hit the drums in that same spot and make sure you're pulling the sound out instead of deadening the sound by keeping the mallet down. So these 2 drums, go ahead and play with your left hand, and then when you get over here, play these 2 with your right. The only thing I would correct is I told you palms down, but that doesn't mean hands sideways. So you can have your palms down and still have the sticks forward, because right now it's like you're brushing something. When you still want to be hitting something, just with your palm down, because when you have your palms sideways or up, you lose a lot of the stick control. You're not using your fingers to do anything. So your palm down so you can use your fingers, but you don't have to have the sticks inward, because you still want to be able to hit the stick forward instead of sideways. So go ahead and try again, and when you're hitting the drum and pulling the sound out, you're kind of pointing forward. You're not brushing forward. You're hitting it, and then your arm is just going straight in front of you like that. So right now you are moving forward before you hit the drum. You want to hit the drum and then move forward. So it's a downward hit of the drum, and then after your hand goes forward, instead of a forward point the entire way. You want to hit it, and then as you're coming up, your arm kind of goes forward like that. And then the other thing I would say is you can hit these hard. You can bring your hand up, make it loud, and then it's going to be like this. I might have thrown you off by saying to go forward a lot. The most important thing is that you are hitting the drum with enough strength that it's ringing out as much as it can. You're getting the fullest sound out of it. The only reason you're going forward is you're letting it ring. You're giving the drum room to ring. If you just hit it real hard and don't move your hand out of the way a lot, it's not going to ring as much. So go ahead and try that again. Here, get your wrist into it. Let me show you here. Right now you're doing this. You want to go like that. You want your wrist to be coming down, and then your hand comes up. go over some of the other ways you can hit the drum. So now we're gonna actually hit the drum and keep them out there and show you how that actually sounds. You're not hitting it, you're still hitting it in the right spot. This isn't the same as hitting the line in the middle of the drum and killing the sound, but you are gonna hit it and keep the mallet down right after you've hit it. So you can definitely see the difference between getting the fullest sound out of hitting the drums versus just killing it like that. So very good. That's how you play the timpani in a very basic way.